Thank you to whoever gave me that thumbs up. We're moving. We're moving. We keep it moving. We keep moving. Don't stop until you're done. Don't stop till you get it done. Get her done, get her done, get her done. And I know we go one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. We keep moving. Consistently and be persistent. Y'all know what we do. We strive for 5. We strive for 5. If you can't do 5 due to your fitness level or time constraints, focus on trying to hit 3 days a week to get your cardiovascular aerobic activities in. If you focus on at least 3 days a week, you're bound to do at least 1, right? So if you focus on 3, if you're just starting and you haven't quite gotten into it yet, if you focus on 3 days a week, then hopefully you will do at least 1. And we got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. So look at the legs move, look at the feet move, one step at a time. Watch the feet move, watch the legs move. Put some pep in your step and move with a purpose. Even if your pace is slow, that might be where you are fitness-wise, but even if your pace is slow, put some pep in that slow step. Pep in that slow step. Mm, 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 mm. Like we always say, walking and talking is a good example of how fit you may be, but it also is a telling example of how fit you may not be. All right? Hey, Shawanda. What's going on, Shawanda? Some stuff been going on in these streets. I'm hoping that there's a content creator. I don't know what's going on with him. You know who I'm talking about. But whatever's going on with him, I hope and pray that he is okay. Okay? I hope and pray that he is okay. And I chuckled in, not because, it's not a laughing matter, but I'm just kind of shocked. You know how you had that kind of laugh response to being shocked. I was kind of shocked. And so I know some people believe it, some people don't. So, I don't know. I don't know. I hope everybody's doing well, okay? I hope everybody's doing well on this wonderful Wednesday, okay? Hope that you are moving. You can get up and move with me. If you have not been moving, you can just start, right? No better time than now to start. The key word is now. We're pulling this hill, this small hill. I'm gonna mute for a second, y'all, because we got some music. We got some action. All right. All right. So we pulled that hill, okay? We're on top. We made it to the top. So again, what have you been up to today? Okay? What have you been up to all week? And what do you plan to get into for the rest of the week and for the weekend? The weekend. Look at the feet move. Watch the feet. Watch the legs. Watch the legs and feet move. Oh, we got 22 more minutes. I'll say 24 more minutes. 24 more minutes. Because these insects, listen, you can put on insect repellent, y'all. And they're no joke. They fight it. They fight it. It's like a baby fighting sleep. These insects will fight the insect repellent. Give you a hard time. So we're moving. We switch it up. We're moving. Because we work our bodies, make sure we don't hurt our bodies. Work that body. Don't overexert your body. Keep moving. If it is hot, kind of like when it's too cold to be outside, you stay inside. Listen, if it's too hot, stay inside. All right? I'm sure it'll feel better to be under your air conditioning system. Okay? Your air conditioner, your fans, however you cool your home. Cool those homes and get up inside and move and keep moving right there inside. How do we move? Not only do we walk outside. See, if you're true to this, the heat outside won't bother you. Heat outside won't bother you. Because if you're true to this, you've already made accommodations for that. They come like clockwork. Right? They come like clockwork. You get up and you just exercise inside. Cardiovascular, your resistance exercises, all inside. If you don't have a gym, use items in your household to make a gym. Okay? Most of us have canned goods. Use those canned goods. We maybe have a 4 or 5 pound bag of sugar. Use it. Use it. The kids got balls. You got different stuff. And another thing, grab those kids. Grab your nieces and nephews. Grab your neighbors' children. Grab your neighbors. Grab your family and friends. And get outside and move. And move. And if it is too hot or too cold, not just when it's too hot. If you're too cold, too hot, what do? What do we say over here? Walk around the biggest room of your house and make laps. If one room isn't enough, walk around the 2 or 3 biggest rooms of your home and make laps. Or go outside, walk around the perimeter of your home or up and down the street in front of your home so that you aren't too far away and you get your exercise in. And if you just get too hot or too cold, you're right there near home. So you go inside. You go inside. Always think protection. Always think protection. Get you some mineral sunscreen and protect your skin. It doesn't matter what race you are, what skin tone you have. Protect your skin, okay? Protect your skin. And get up and move. Keep moving. Keep moving. And move only how you can move. Move how only you can move. Okay? Okay? One step at a time. Heel, feet, and toes. Heels, feet, and toes. Heels, feet, and toes. Pull those legs up. Pull those legs up. And as always, professional disclaimer. Don't do anything you hear me say or see me do. Okay? If you do so at your own risk. The nuggets, the info we drop on this channel, even the subscribers, if they put it in the chat, it's for informational purposes only. Just to provide a little bit of direction. Okay? So you can kind of start looking for some things maybe you haven't thought about. Ways to get started with your health and fitness that you haven't thought about. But we're not professionally, medically, or clinically telling you what to do. We're not assessing, diagnosing, treating, or evaluating. We don't do that. We just drop nuggets. You guys pick up the nuggets that will help you and your family. We just come on here and we walk and talk in Lion's Pride. Been doing it for a good 3 years. Okay. It's always been a thing, but it hadn't been a thing in this particular neighborhood that I am in. But now all of a sudden it is. So listen, so that you don't get bored, your body doesn't get bored, your mind doesn't get bored, you can walk, skip, jog, run, skate, dance, go skiing if you can, mountain climbing, hiking, stay indoors, treadmill, elliptical, stationary bike, walk in place, march in place. There are so many things you can do besides walking. I know the walk and talk sounds cute, but hey, just move. You can sit in a chair and move those arms to burn calories. Move the arms. Even when we say walk and talk, guess what we're over here doing? Moving the arms, putting the swivel in the hips. Look at that rabbit. I see this same rabbit every day. Almost every day. He's shy. When he sees you coming, he doesn't even have to see you. His back can be to you. When he hears your steps or he senses you, he takes off. He hops. We can hop. We can hop. We can swim. We can play tennis. flag football, basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, soccer. So many things we can do. Jump rope, box, that will help contribute to our fitness level. You want to do things that are designed to improve your stamina, your endurance, and your overall health and fitness level. Remember, the key saying is your health is your wealth. Well, over here in Lions Pride, your health and your fitness are your wealth. Hey, oh, he got away from his mama. Okay, y'all, these little kids are fast. They're fast. And sometimes it's not even so much that they're fast. If something takes your attention for a few seconds, they move. These kids will be out of your grasp or out of your sight within seconds. You can be doing something like her, just cleaning out your car, and your child is standing there next to you as you clean it out. And you're paying attention. You can see them out of your peripheral. But if you turn your head a certain way for a few seconds, that child might be out of your sight, and you look around, he is moved halfway across the yard. So you gotta run and get him. These kids are quick. They're fast. And sometimes a few seconds can be like a few minutes. A few seconds can be like a few minutes. So we move with a purpose. We move with goals in mind. We move with purposes, with goals, and with creative ways of meeting our own purposes and goals, nobody else's. So you can do whatever it is that you want to do, but make sure that your goals are the goals that apply to you, and you aren't trying to reach somebody else's goals. I see him. Okay, she had to grab him, y'all. You gotta make him go in the house. Gotta make him go in the house. He cutting up. He's being bad. He's being a bad baby, a bad toddler. He looks like he's about 3. 2, 3, 2.5, almost 3. Trim and slim those legs. Trim and slim those legs. All right? Trim and slim those legs, just like you want to tone those arms. Tone your arms. You don't want flopping and flapping whenever you wave. Okay? You don't want to have to do the princess wave, waving of the wrist, the flick of the wrist, the flick of the wrist, the flick of the wrist. You want to be able to wave and say, hey. All right? So get up and do some resistance weight training. Trim, tone, slender those arms and those legs. And those legs. Do what you can with the rest of your body. The waistline, the hips, the back. Do what you can. Do what you can, when you can, how you can. But we all know, though it's a part of what we do every day, our movements, our exercises, our workout plans, our activities, a lot of it we can contribute to our diets. Okay, so make sure that you cut down on those processed foods, those starchy foods, those empty calories that taste good but don't look good. Taste good in your mouth but don't look good on you. Okay, listen to how your body feels. Pay attention and listen to how your body feels. Use two of those senses. You listen to how your body feels. First and foremost, you talk to and listen to your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your healthcare team, your specialty doctors, your psychologist even, your psychiatrist even, your motivational coach, your personal trainer at the gym. Had any injuries in the past, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist. Any combination of those make up your healthcare team. So you want to listen to how your body feels, and you want to have open lines of communication when it comes to your health and fitness. When you go to your doctors, get your lab work. See what they say. And if anything is outside of the perimeters of normal, ask about it. Ask about it. Depending on what lab it is, which test it is, some doctors won't be too concerned, and some doctors will just watch. And some doctors will tell you we're going to check it again. And they just monitor. Because things change as you get older. Things change. If you just pick up a few extra pounds or maybe lose some pounds, things change. If you have allergies, your lab work is one of the first things that you can kind of look at and see if maybe you do need to go to an ENT to figure out exactly what those allergies are or those allergens that are causing your allergies. So when we say keep moving, we mean keep moving, not just your legs, okay? Not just your feet. We mean your whole body. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Heart, mind, body, and soul. Your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep cruising. Keep grooving. And in some cases, just keep pulling. Keep pulling. See, you hear that, y'all? We gotta wait till late in the evening to do yard work. Your best time is before the sunrise or after sunset, because there's a heat wave. There's a heat wave. There is a heat wave. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Okay, maybe we are removed enough from the music to YouTube won't hear it. But if you happen to hear YouTube, it is not mine. I do not own the rights to it, and I'm not the one playing it. Okay? It's just a part of the environment that I'm currently in. that's a big dog. It's a big pretty dog. She picked him up too, and he's bigger than she is. I know that dog weighs more than her. With those muscles, but hey, we women can do a lot of things, right? We can do a lot of things. We got 5 more minutes, and we got to get to a different platform, okay? 5 more minutes before it gets really, really late. So we've been staying within 30 minutes to an hour. That's the goal. Because we do an hour and a half every day in the mornings. So we're trying to stick with the goal of 30 minutes to an hour. All right. Throw in another 4K to 5K steps. If you can, there's nothing wrong with 10 to 20K a day. 10 to 20K a day. 10 to 20K steps a day. Especially depending on your occupation. Okay? If you work outside, remember, get enough water. If you're generally healthy, I would be remiss not to tell you, I can't just say drink plenty of water. Yes, that's for the general population. But for those of you who have fluid restrictions, y'all make sure that you drink enough water. If you need a little bit more water, talk with your healthcare provider. Hey, Arisby. I think that's Arisby. Stop by and say, hey, Arisby. Happy Healthy Wednesday, Launch Pride in chat. Good to see you, Arisby. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for saying hello. Telling people to get them plenty of water. 6 to 8 ounce cups a day is generally recommended. That's generally recommended. But listen, some people base it off their weight. Some people base it off their occupation. So according to your weight and gender, you can look those nuggets up and figure out how much water you need to be drinking. If you work outside especially, you probably need a cup or two more. If you work out and work outside. So if you work out, okay, and consistently work out, or if you work outside, you probably need a little bit more. Greetings from Iceland. Hi there. Is it Hormel Zoo? Hello. I hope I said your name correctly. So if you work outside or if you work out, maybe you want about 10 8-ounce cups or glasses a day. But that is generally speaking for those who are generally healthy. So we got to be professional about this so that anyone who catches this replay will know. Listen to your doctor, okay? If you have any restrictions, don't listen to people on YouTube. Listen to what your doctor tells you as far as how much water you should get. Even in the summertime. If you feel like you need a little bit more, hopefully they'll be able to prescribe you a little bit more. They'll be able to okay that. It would be like okaying you to do anything else. Just talk with them and see. So we got action, we got traffic. So we pulling these legs up and we're marching. Work those hip flexors, those knees, those ankles. Iceland sounds beautiful. You know, we can only see, if you haven't been before, and we're in the States, we see the images in movies, the ones that are real, and we see, pictures from people who have visited. So we see things on YouTube and other social media platforms. But to go visit somewhere like Iceland, I bet that would be like one of the prettiest places to visit. Arisby says, I made my granddaughter drink at least 3 to 4 12-ounce bottles a day. Yeah, yes, especially Arisby, as high as it's been. That's another thing. Kids, sometimes you get some kids who love water, but it's good you're encouraging her to drink, because a lot of times it's not even that they don't like water. Some of them don't, like a lot of adults don't, but sometimes they just don't think about it. Yeah, sometimes they just don't think about it. So you have to encourage them to drink water. And a lot of times, we have to train ourselves to do things a certain way. So when people don't like water, they can maybe put some I don't know, some lemon in it, some lime, some fruit to give it a little bit of taste, but not too much added sugar. And they can also just train themselves to, like, the best time to get a glass of water or a cup of water is when you wake up. So that's one of your cups right there. And when you go to bed, now don't drink 2, 3, 4 cups before you go to bed. But like an hour before, 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed, 1 cup is fine because you'll probably be able to, tolerate that overnight. And if you do have to get up, maybe it'll be just like one time, right? So that's 2 cups right there. Your third cup could be, now listen, if you wake up at 12 noon, then, especially if you like to sleep, some people like to sleep. If you wake up at 12 noon and you go to bed around 11 or 12 midnight, then try to drink you a cup of water every 2 hours. Because you're sleeping about 12 hours. But if you generally kind of sleep about 8 hours, try to get you one when you wake up, 1 before bed, 1 after breakfast, 1 after lunch. That's 4. That's 4. 1 with dinner, that's 5. 1 a couple of hours after dinner, that's 6. And if you can do 2 at one time, you've gotten like 7 to 8 glasses of water in a day's time. So figure out ways to make your body take it in, even if you don't like it, okay? It's a lot of things that we don't like, but we have to figure out how to do it, right? So if you don't like drinking water, figure out ways to do it. That'll help you to get in those 6 to 8 glasses. 6 to 8 ounce glasses. Some people, they say, well, I'll drink 4. And instead of drinking 8 ounces, I'll drink 12. So that's at least what? If they drink 12 ounces and they only drink 4, so 12 and 12 is 24, 24 is another, that's an extra, if you can get 8, 4, 8, so that'll be 5 cups, that'll be 6 cups. If you could drink 4 cups of 12 ounces of water, that's like 6 cups. So just try to figure out ways to do it, to try to at least get you 6 cups in, 6 to 8, especially with it being so hot. Especially because 6 to 8 is what's recommended throughout the year. All right. So thank you guys for stopping by. It's been 35 minutes. I'm trying to keep my walk and talks to 30 to 45 minutes. Because it's summertime. People be busy. People can't stay on social media catching each and every little thing that happens. Being in every little place it is to be. It's summertime. Even if it's too hot to go outside, you want to chill and relax. Chill on your patio, your garage, your front porch, your back porch. Okay? Sit in shade. Get you some nice lemonade or tea. And if you're doing that right now, watch us finish up this walk and talk in Lions Pride. And watch the legs move. Watch the legs move. Watch the legs and feet move. We're going to do a slow pace because we're going to cool down. Y'all know I always say that this whole walk and talk is my cool down, right? It's like I get 2 cool downs. One when I do my workout and one when I come on here. So it's like having 2 desserts. Because working out is like having a meal for me, right? Your warm-up is what? Your appetizer. Your workout, exercises, that's your entree. And your cool down is your dessert. So I come on here and I get a second cool down most days out of the week. And thank you to everyone who comes through and says hello. Okay, it takes a second to say hello. I appreciate you. I thank you because you didn't have to do it, but you did. To those who didn't say hello and watched, it's probably because you don't really want to be watching, but you just being nosy. Trying to scoop something up and end like a sponge. So, y'all know what time it is. It's time to close this thing on out. Remember the R words. Relax, release the bad people, energy, and things that bother you. Resolve the issues that you need to resolve. Whatever you can't resolve, God will handle it. Okay? Relate to the things that you can. Whatever you can't relate to, God will handle that too. It'll come in time. Remember who you are. Remember things you used to do. Revisit those things. Replenish your cup. Restore your heart, mind, body, and soul. Revamp. Sometimes we need to revamp, rejuvenate, reevaluate. There are a lot of positive R words. Okay? Respect, reconstruct. All right? A lot of good positive R words. And always remember that four-letter word self. Self-love, self-motivation. Motivate yourself. You're grown. Motivate yourself. Self-dedication, self-determination, self-respect. Remember, you want to throw respect over there with those R words, and then you want to have some self-respect. Make self a prefix to it, okay? Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, grab your grip and go. Because a lot of times you can be in a misery lounge, and they say misery loves company, and a lot of the times that's true. But a lot of times, people just like seeing other people miserable. They enjoy that. So, brush them off. Okay, brush them off. Get them out of your place and your space. All right? I wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. And you know why? Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And wherever chaos and negativity roam, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. Okay? So peace is a requirement. Remember, peace is the requirement, not the reward. It's the requirement that gets you to the reward. Okay, y'all, I'm back. That was the loud music. That was loud music and loud talking. So remember, people don't necessarily always be miserable. Sometimes they just enjoy seeing other people miserable. And they do enough things to make you miserable. So peace is the requirement in order to enjoy peace as the reward. Okay? Peace is the requirement. It is the requirement to make sure that peace is the reward. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow is Thursday. The next thing you know, it will be the weekend. Treat yourself, cherish yourself, take care of yourself. Hopefully you put God first. I put him first. Then we put family next. But remember, sometimes you got to put yourself before family so that you can continue to put family first full time. So treat yourself first part time, okay? Honestly, treat yourself well all of the time. And treat your family well all of the time. But you definitely have to put you first. So you'll be able to put them first when you need to, which is usually all the time. It's when we want to. Usually it's all the time. It's when we want to. Yeah, I keep getting these updates. When these phones update, they get on my nerves. You have apps that haven't sent you updates in months. they'll start sending you updates. That's why I always, you know, unless my phone is just getting on my nerves, I'm not too quick to do an update. I put it off, put it off, and put it off until they just go ahead and do the update. I put it off, and I put it off until they just go ahead and do the update. So I will see you guys. The street lights haven't come on yet. The street lights haven't come on yet. So we're gonna walk out another 3 minutes. And again, thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the people who just dropped by who have not subscribed. If you would like to subscribe, do so. Okay, ring my doorbell, better known as a YouTube notification bell, so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a short or we go live over here in Lions Pride Let's Walk and Talk Original, or upload a video. Uploading the videos aren't as nerve-wracking as I thought, because we're doing some new things in some new places. And uploading the video isn't as nerve-wracking, whether you edit them or not. Whether you edit them or not. Because at the end of the day, I don't even edit the videos sometimes. But I might start uploading a few videos over here. And then again, not. Then again, not. Because over here, the birds be chirping. The birds be chirping. Lurking and chirping. Looking down like gawkers. And anything that you try to do that's slightly different, you can hang that up. And the excuse is, that's how it is. Nah, that's how people are. So you guys do the things that you need to do for your peace. Remember, peace is the requirement. So if you make peace the requirement, it will definitely be the reward. If you make your peace a requirement, it will definitely by default become your reward. Don't let these bothered people bother you. You guys ever heard the saying, people are, they don't like hanging with a lot of people? That's for a reason. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. And a lot of times you live it that way because you have peace, calmness, and serenity about you, about your platform when it comes to social media. Sometimes the best feeling is to have 2 or 3 people in your chat, whether they're talking or not. And you're thankful to all of them, the ones that talk and the ones that don't. Because a lot of times people don't talk because these apps can be crazy, okay? But then there are others who they just don't because they're just, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Weird, or just trying to hear something. But if they say something in the chat, then when they go back and say whatever they heard, they know you're going to be like, that little hand emoji, not hand emoji, but the little phone emoji where the little man puts his hands up under his chin. Yeah, they know you're going to have that reaction. They don't be liking that. Kind of like when you give your boss an idea at work. Then his boss comes down to visit to check things out. And you overhear them, or you overhear throughout the whole facility that your immediate supervisor, your immediate boss, presented something that you presented to them. Well, they presented it to the top dog, okay? And didn't mention your name. And you be like, And so, yeah, it could have even gotten them a raise or something. See, people like to downplay stuff like that when you talk about stuff like that. And you ain't got to wonder why. You don't have to wonder why. People don't like you peeping. People don't like you peeping gang. People don't like you peeping mess. People don't like you peeping their intentions. Hey, Lawrence. How you doing, Lawrence? Happy Wednesday, Lawrence. Thank you for the lion emojis. Thank you for the lion emojis. I hope you had a wonderful Wednesday. I'm about to get out of here. I've been trying to keep it to 30 or 45 minutes. I think we just hit the 46-minute mark. I'll do a silent live later on. Most likely. I intend to. It is hot. You definitely have to wait until the sun goes down or before the sun goes up. You have to move when the sun goes down or when the sun goes before the sun comes up. Whoa, imagine people who live near the equator. Imagine how it is for people who live. Yes, I do. Right in my bag. Right here on my side pouch. Yep. Got to get that water. I was just saying that earlier. Make sure that you get your water. No. At any given time of the year, you should at least get 6 to 8 ounce glasses or cups of water. Unless you have fluid restrictions and you check with your healthcare team. But in the summertime, and if you work outside, and if you work out, you might need about 10 glasses of water, okay? About 10, because you have to replenish those cells, right? You have to replenish those cells. You guys know, I've told you before, one of the first signs of dehydration is what? Thirst. 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 Another first sign is dry lips. Dry lips. Another sign, if you can take the back of your hand and pinch it between your forefinger and your finger and tint it, and you let it go, pinch it for about 2 seconds and let it go. And if it takes longer than 2 seconds for it to go back down, you're probably tinkering on dehydration. 100 degrees. See, I've been hearing that it is like a heat wave, especially northeast. I heard something about a heat dome, so I'm thinking that's like a regional thing. How much of the country the heat wave is covering, I guess. So yes, it is hot. Stay safe, stay cool, stay as cool as you can. And again, I encourage you guys to get up and move, but do it safely. If you need to do it inside, do it inside. If you don't have any equipment, walk around the biggest room of your house and do laps. If you want to keep up with your steps, buy you a little Fitbit or something to keep up with your steps. But do it inside. And that's just like when it's cold outside. Sometimes it's too cold to walk outside. So sometimes it's raining. Don't let that be your excuse not to get up and just dance. Get up and dance. Get up and walk around the biggest room of your home. If the biggest room isn't enough, walk around 2 or 3 rooms. Make laps. That way you're under the air conditioner if it's hot. And if it's cold, you're inside. You can adjust the heater, the temperature of your heater, your thermostat, to make sure that you don't get too hot, right? Same thing in the cold. Same thing when it's hot. Adjust that thermostat and get moving and keep moving. The last 3 days over 98, and listen, summer just started. Excuse me, summer just started. The last 3 days, 98, and summer just started last week. Whew. When was summer? First day of summer, was it the 20th? Was it Friday? Summer just started. So listen, and we're still in June. We got 3 months to go. 3 months to go, y'all. July, August, September. 3 months to go. So get up, get off these apps, get off of the computers, get off the phones, turn the TV off. Take you a good vacation. Take you a good vacation and enjoy your vacation. Let me tell you something. People miss out on so much of their vacation by grabbing the phone for every little thing. There are some things. June 21st was the first day. I figured that June 20th or 21st, every so often it'll be like the 19th. I figured it was the 20th or the 21st. So that was what, Sunday? No, that was Saturday. So listen, when you go and do whatever it is that you're doing to enjoy yourself, enjoy your family and friends, enjoy a new environment on vacation, of course, take pictures for the sake of having memories for you and your family. And share some things with social media. But don't grab your device, your tablet, your phone for every little thing. Keep some things sacred. Keep some things sacred. Share just enough. Share just enough. When you go out to dinner, put your phone down. Y'all, when these phones first got to be, when cell phones first became really popular, where it was like their mamas and kids and everybody had them. If you would go out to eat, at any given moment, you're not seeing much conversation anymore because everybody's pecking on the phone. Everybody's pecking on the phone, playing games on social media or doing whatever, checking emails. How about grab your significant other or grab your kids, grab your family, grab you and your girlfriends, do the girls' night, guys' night. Go do whatever and put your phone down. Put your tablet down. Pay attention to the pool table because you're shooting pool. Pay attention to the meal. Sometimes we really can't even tell you if a meal was good unless the meal was really, really awful. We really can't even tell you how it tasted, but really. You'll know if it was really awful, of course, but if it was like kind of so-so or, pretty decent, sometimes you really can't tell a person how your meal was because you were on the phone. You were on the phone. Especially ladies. I gotta say it. Now, don't get me wrong, men. Yeah. Because y'all be on the phones too. But men will at least put their phones down long enough to shoot pool, to take their turn. Because I see some guys, as soon as they take their shot, they grab their phones. But ladies, oh my gosh. A lot of us, not all, but I tend to notice more women than men, cannot put the phone down. Cannot put the phone down. And like I said, that being said, you have some men who can't put it down, and you have some women who can. But if I want to say, who I see paying attention to their company more when they're out and about, I'll say the men. I ain't gonna even hold you. I can't lie to you. Even if they're watching a basketball game or a football game, the phone is down. And if you guys are out, that's the whole premise. We want to go out and get some wings. He loves football. I'm going with him. I was telling this last football season, take that time to spend some time with your significant other. Even if he's not talking much, at least he's not on the phone. Because I'm telling you, some men do love the phone too. And not just to talk, but YouTube, social media platforms. They got the little sites where they're checking out the chicks. They're doing whatever. But if he is willing to say, hey, let's go to the bar, we're going to eat some wings while we watch whoever and whoever play, whatever and whatever. Listen, he may not want you interrupting him watching the game a lot, but at least he's not on the phone. And I know if he's not paying you a lot of attention, ladies, you're going to say, well, heck, he watching the game anyway. I get it. I feel you. But sometimes we just got to, give and take a little bit. We got to give and take a little bit. Women put their phone face down. Lawrence, I see men do that too now. Look, Lawrence, I gave y'all a little leeway, okay? I gave y'all a little bit of leeway. Because I see a lot of men, they won't put their phone face down. Some of them do, but some of them they'll leave it in the pocket, okay? They'll leave it in the pocket. But I will say, if you're out with your significant other and you're at the bar, you're eating wings, you're watching a game, you may not give two hoots about basketball, football, or whatever it is. And he may not be giving you a lot of conversation. But still take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Some women be like, man, forget this. They get on the phone, which that's fine. He's really not paying any attention. He may not care anyway, especially if it's like a game or something. But you can maybe act like you're interested, even if you're not. Don't ask him too many questions because he wants to pay attention. All right? Don't ask him too many questions because he does want to pay attention. But maybe that's your way of getting involved a little bit. You probably don't want to know a thing about football or basketball. But ask a simple question. Cheer when they score a touchdown. Give them a high five like the rest of the people in the bar. Did I hear my Philadelphia Eagles the champions? Yes, sir, Mr. Jalen Hurts and company. Mr. Jalen Hurts, Mr. Smitty, Mr. Smitty, Slim Jim Smitty, Mr. Dickerson, Mr. Dickerson. Yes, sir, yes, sir. The Philadelphia Eagles. Much earned, much deserved. Much earned and much deserved. Listen, every woman thinks that Jalen is their husband. I don't care what age she is. If she doesn't even have to like football. When she sees Mr. Hurts on that, listen, Jalen doesn't even have to take the helmet off. Okay, Jalen is the kind of man you can look through. You know, some men when they do the close-ups, you be like, whoo, whoo. You can tell like you don't want to tick him off. Jalen is, you can look through through his helmet and you can tell suave, smooth, and cool, calm, and collected. Okay, and good looking. You see those looks coming through that little through that little window of the helmet. You can see those good looks. So yes, it hurt a lot of people's feelings when Jalen got married. Okay, it hurt a lot of people's feelings when Jalen got married. Let's see. Lauren says, mind you, I'm 53, so do the math. I'm telling you, Lawrence. So she got to what? At least be about 73, maybe 70 to 73, or a little older. Listen, if you don't, these women don't know a thing about football, but if you see Jalen Hurts on the screen and you hear that name, Jalen will have a fan forever. Any fan that doesn't see him who is a woman, the first time she sees him, he's got a fan forever. Okay? 76, I see. I knew it. I figured she might be, about 70 to 73, 76, yeah. Yep. So he's got a fan. And I don't care what her age is. Mr. and Mrs. Hurts created a marvelous looking young man. And people aren't afraid or ashamed to say it. Well, when he and his girlfriend, they took that little break, I bet she thought twice and she was like, let me get this together. Let me get my act together. She hooked her man. And I know they're going to be a powerful couple. Throughout his football career, I'm hoping that things stay good with them. And then, once he retires, because, football is that kind of career, maybe around 40, 42, people, they retire. So that's still a little ways off for him. Maybe about, 15 years or so. But hey, some people retire earlier than that. But I can see them being a mega power couple. In whatever community they're in, or in whatever community they've ever been a part of. Lawrence, you can't watch the game with her anymore. Uh-oh. Don't do it like that, Lawrence. Don't do it like that. You're not by yourself, Lawrence. You're not by yourself. A lot of men can't watch. A lot of husbands can't watch the game when Jalen is on. A lot of sons. Listen, the son don't want to hear his mama talking about no Jalen Hurts. Jalen the man. Jalen the man. He lives 5 minutes from you. Really? Have you met him? If you haven't met him, there's a good chance you will. If he's that close, if you haven't met him, it's a good chance you will. I see him at Okay, all the time. He is really cool. Now that's nice. Isn't it nice to meet an athlete, especially a famous athlete, a really gifted and talented athlete who turns out to be really cool, who turns out to be really cool. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Thank you, Lauren, so much for coming in, giving me some conversation. We talked about those Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to claim that they're going to win it again next year. Or this season, this upcoming season. Okay? I'll be like, I think I'm faster than you. Listen, Lawrence, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking, is it? There's nothing wrong with thinking. There is nothing wrong with thinking. We have to aspire. Okay? It's all about goals, right? It's all about aspirations, beliefs, okay? But thank you guys for coming in here. Thank you, Lawrence, my moderator and brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate each subscriber that came through here, whether you were subscribed or not. If you weren't subscribed, I hope you will consider subscribing or coming back and then doing so. Ringing my doorbell, known as that YouTube notification bell. I don't do a lot of video uploads, but we do shorts, okay? Workout shorts, fitness shorts, and we do these walking talks in Lions Pride, okay? I love each and every one of you guys for coming through here, keeping it peaceful, okay? Keeping it groovy, keeping it moving, all right? You guys hear that helicopter? It's loud. It's two of them. Oh, let me get in the house. They may be looking for somebody. Thank you, Lawrence. He asked about my Achilles. He said, you got a big OG. Come on now, Lawrence. See? Listen, Lawrence, that's going to be your friend. You're gonna end up being invited to dinner, okay? Being invited to the cookout, all right? You listen, Lawrence. You ain't slick. You working on that ticket to the cookout, and you more so working on that ticket to the game, okay? Work on it, Lawrence. Work on it. It's yours. Grab it. Grab it. It's yours. Well, thank you guys. If you come through while I'm on my silent live, I'll say hello to you if I'm awake. Okay? All right. And most likely I will be awake watching. So thank you guys. Thank you, Lawrence. Again, thank you, content creators who come through. Thank you, subscribers. And thank you, YouTube, for allowing us this platform. I don't have enough money to even drive in this area. Let's see, that's why you got to keep meeting them at the Wally Mart, okay? That's why you got to keep on seeing them at Wally World. See, Lawrence, you got to strike up that conversation that's going to be that conversation, okay? Lawrence, you got to really strike up that conversation that's going to be that conversation, okay? That's going to get you those pair of tickets. That's really just going to get you, a decent friendship. His garage bigger than my house. I bet it is. I can believe it. I bet it is. I really can't believe that. But yeah, Lawrence, he already considers you the big OG, okay? All right? He says OG. So that's respect. He already considers you the OG. So you gotta be big OG. He already considered you the OG, so that's respect. So you gotta do what you gotta do to get those, you gotta do what you gotta do to get those tickets, Lawrence. You gotta do what you gotta do to get that invite to the barbecue. And when you get it now, Lawrence, when you get that invite and you get those tickets, don't fan out now. Don't fan out. We gotta keep him, you gotta stay cool, calm, and collective, okay? You gotta stay cool, calm, and collective. So he can remain cool, calm, and collective. And then it's all good. It'll be all good. You'll be on here. Look, you won't have time for us. You'll be on here talking about coming through and say, hey, out with my boy AJ. He's a family man, just got married. Okay. Well, listen, Lawrence, that's even better. That's even better. See, he's settled down now. So that's even better. That's even better. But I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you guys again for coming. And I will see you guys, if it's the Lord's will, tomorrow over here in Lions Pride, where we walk and talk. Okay? We walk and talk. We're prideful. We walk and talk. We get it in as much as we can. The YN stole his Benz too. Oh my goodness. They crazy. They crazy. I think they do that kind of stuff everywhere. 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 I know he doesn't even want it back. Thank you, Lawrence. You too. Have a good night. Again, thank you for hanging out with me, having some conversation with me. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next one, y'all. Bye, y'all. He got it back like in 30 minutes. Oh, thief himself. They're roguish. Just roguish. Took that man Benz. What in the world? Took the man Benz. Everybody know that car don't belong in Camden, New Jersey. Oh, so it was in Camden, New Jersey. Mm-mm-mm. Just stole it. Just stole it. Stole it for nothing. How was it? How was it when they found it? Did they say how it was when they found it, Lawrence? I'm glad they found it quickly. Yeah, to find it within 30 minutes. Because any longer, there's no telling what they would have done to it. The dude parked it at the corner store right in Camden. Cops come out. Oh, okay, okay. See how dumb that was? First of all, it was dumb to steal it. First of all, it was dumb to steal it. Then you go and park it right in front of a store. So silly. So silly. I'm glad he got it back. So, no damage. Hopefully no damage was done to it. So I will see you guys on the next one. I'm about to get in here and jump in the shower and get a snack. Need something, some protein and carbs. Okay. Yeah. $159,000 SUV. And then he just decides to steal it. Okay, Lawrence. See you later. Bye, y'all.